Welcome back. Um, yeah, I have been a lot of in and out. When I say in and out, I mean on some here on YouTube and out not here. Um, but lately, it's just been so much that has been brought to my attention. I'm not even talking about like the world, the country. It's not really like it's a small portion of it, but it's not really it's not really what it's about. When I say things have been brought to my, but I have to start somewhere, and even if it's just a small message, it's here for someone at some point. So if it comes up for you and you see this, it's because you were supposed to hear this. Just as well as when I hear messages, if I actually am drawn to them, it's because I was supposed to hear that. So I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk while I paint, listen to music, everything I'm doing right now, including painting. Maybe not so much the music, but that music's for me. I'm trying to do no copyright, nothing. So that's not my goal. I don't need to copyright or infringe upon nobody's nothing. None of this music belongs to me. It's just for my own soothing purposes. So, like I said, I've been reluctant because it just felt like I personally felt like I don't want to be a part of the trend. Like if I am hearing, not if I do hear very clearly from what I consider my spirit guides, people who not people, but energies that work with me. And I've been getting a lot of transformation messages, which I'm sure, like at this moment in time, it's very important, especially if you, I don't want to say a part of the number, but if you are a part of those who are supposed to help elevate the consciousness in this very moment in time. You've probably been getting transformation messages as well. My niece did that because she's she just wanted to paint on me so bad. But yeah, so for me, it's been a lot of transformation because, and what I've been wondering is like, does anyone else I don't want to say fight with, and I've been basically banned from using the word struggle because struggle is just not. It doesn't need to be a part of my vocabulary. Did I just use it now? But I had to pinpoint the words so you could understand what I was speaking of. But I wonder if anyone else has this much resistance to shifting, transforming. And I had a realization earlier. I spoke directly to my situation, but I feel like I'm not the only one. I just don't know many other people who are also shifting. I don't know them personally. I know we're out here, and I know that a lot of us are having to shift because we're shifting into, like, actually shifting into being the light being that we are out loud. And so, with that paradigm shift, especially if you came from like a lower vault, if you're coming from like a lower, somewhat, well, I guess anytime you're elevating or ascending in consciousness, you're always going to be coming from a lower density or a lower vibration. You're always increasing. At least that, hopefully, is the goal. And so, for me, it's like, especially like out of so much that I've learned just in the last few years, that paradigm shift is, in any time that you shift paradigms, there's always going to be resistance, because there can't be flow without resistance. So if you think of, if you're using water as an example, or a river, rocks and hell, land, anything that is in the way of the flow of the river is considered resistance. However, if you just flow, I have pain in my hands. If you just flow and don't worry about the resistance, like, yes, it's there. Yes, it may even try and block you for a moment, but it's not something you have to allow to stop you and make you be stagnant. You don't typically see too much stagnant water. Even if it looks still, it's still moving. Like, you can look at an ocean from a bird's eye view, and if you're far enough from it, it looks still. That ocean is not still. There's nothing still about it. It's very living, very moving. So, like, the point that I'm trying to make here is, like, resistance for me has been huge, because that old paradigm of me is clinging on to life. And I had a realization earlier. I'm like, when I first came on here, shoot, wrong word, my bad. Okay. When I came in here earlier, or in the beginning of this, I said, this message is not so much about, like, yes, there's a lot of changes. Things are changing and changing rapidly. But it don't have nothing to do with this government. None of that. Like, they gonna do what they do. But what I realize is that if everything has balance, if there's balance in everything, and I mean every fucking thing, all of this hate, dark energies, trying to, like, bring people down and keep them in their lower densities, all of this illusion, all of that is there for us. When I say us, I'm speaking to those who are supposed to be a light in this moment. We could let this shit legit destroy us. We could. But it's about keeping your eye on the goal. Keep your eye on the goal. And not even just the government, things that are happening in your own personal life. We could let this shit destroy us, dog. Like, we really could. Like, I ain't go front. When I first started learning about some of this stuff, that is planned planned and possibly predicted to happen under this legislation. I had a panic attack, like a bad one, a really bad one. And then I had to remember, like, do you know what has your back? Even if shit goes terribly wrong, like, and I don't say wrong, you really can't go wrong, because without wrong, you can't have a right, right? So, um, like I said, so I had a panic attack. I ain't go front, and it was really bad to the point where I was just like I considered so much in that moment, and I had to really stop and be reminded, like, you're not just any being, anybody. Stand confident in that. Like, it don't matter what takes place, what goes down. You know that you're here for a reason. And I'm speaking to anyone who knows that they're here for a reason. Like, without opposition, we can't even do our jobs. Without the darkness, we can't be the light. we simply just cannot, because they balance each other. So those dark energies and what seems so bizarre to us, they have to be there. They're actually playing their part. It's up to us to play our part. And because universal law is universal law, we kind of don't have a choice. Like, you could lay down and not fight. You could lay down and not be the light. However, do it. Do it. Do it not only for you, but do it for your family. Do it for your people that you love. Do it for this fucking planet. Do it for this. Do it because you know, first of all, the fact that you're even considered to be a part of the light group, that to me is beautiful. And kudos to the darkness, because they on their shit. Like, they're doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. And it really don't matter what their outcomes are. But if we don't do our part, we're basically saying you get to win. And that one thing that I've learned is that love and light, typically, it's just always a winner. It always comes out on top. And the one thing this world does not have enough of, and can never have enough of, is love and light. So whatever way you're supposed to, or whatever way you've been guided to, I'm gonna say supposed to, but whatever way you've been guided to, that you keep maybe seeing messages and synchronicities for yourself, and it's just like, dang, I can't escape it. That's how I've been feeling. And it's not even about like I'm trying to escape it, nothing like that. It's just more so, they're not gonna leave me alone. They need me to. They need me to speak out, just as well as other creators have. My message is to reach someone, whether it reaches someone today or fucking 7 years later. It has to reach someone who's supposed to hear what I'm speaking about. And so, like I said, like the fight, the resistance fight, it's a full-blown fight, because that old paradigm of you is fighting for its life. It has to. It needs to survive. So it's gonna put all of these distractions and things in your face to make you feel like you're that's not what you need. You need me right here. You need this. You need the old version of yourself. actually the old version of myself meets the new version of myself. Like, we gotta elevate. Got to. And I'm really in here just raw, like just out here. I didn't put on nothing fancy just to say this message. It's just raw me, just out here saying what I gotta say. And it's just like, I have to start obeying that, what I feel and what I'm hearing, and all the synchronicities that just continue to show themselves very, very, very loudly. Like, very loudly. It's not, I'm not even talking about just what I hear, it's about everything that I see, everything that's happening in front of me, everything that comes up in my life. So many synchronicities are saying you have to step out. You have to, regardless of whether you think anybody's going to hear your message or not, whether you think it's a fight just to get people to see it, none of that matters. Just put it there. Just put it there. Oh, I love this song. I love this song. Just put it there. I am talking and letting my paint dry. Hold on. When no one else understands. Just put it out there. It doesn't, none of that matters. Because this message is not, it won't even do monetary value or nothing like that. Nothing. I'm not putting this message out here to be paid for it. At all. I'm putting this message out here because, like, my whole channel has nothing to do with being paid for or being paid. I'm putting these things out here. Initially, like, my about my event, it wasn't technically about being paid. Hell, that was free. So, but I was promoting something. This is not a promotion. This is a you're putting it out here because you need to say it, because someone needs to hear it. Someone somewhere has to hear this, and they're gonna be like, damn, shit, man. And more than likely, something about transformation has been coming up for you multiple times. So I get a lot of my channel message from things that are happening with me, because I know I'm not the only one going through it. If I've not learned anything, we as a collective, for the most part, go through and are shifting into something similar. And a collective is in the collective of light beings. Hell, they're gonna be dark energies that hear this too, and they do their job. They do what they're supposed to do. The fact that dark energies were also created by the universe for balance, polarity. So, basically, like, that resistance within myself is teaching me so much, like, so much, to a point where it's just like, not only is it teaching me so much, but, excuse me, it's bringing up so much within me that I need to see for myself. And all I can do for myself is keep pushing. This moment, this time that I'm in right now is to help me build and move forward. Build and elevate. You know, and it's crazy because, like, in this transformation, when I realized that earlier, like, damn, all this chaos and shit is here for me. It's here for us. It's here for us so that we can be the balancing of that polarity. The darkness is also a part of us. So, like, in a way, not even in a way, like, we are playing out our part to help put the balance in place for what's also playing its part. And it's so crazy because it's just like I was just sitting there thinking, like, damn, like the universe, and we are the universe in human form, right? Like, what does it need to prove to itself? What does it need to possibly understand about itself? That it has to play itself out through us. To what if the universe doesn't even understand why it's the universe? Like, what if it doesn't even understand? It's a mind blowing thought, but it's just like, damn. I go through all of these, but I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get my message out. People not gonna watch it here. Oh, it's not why you talking like that, first of all. And secondly, it's just like I go through all of that, and the whole time the universe is trying to figure out what the fuck it exists as well. That's why it's playing itself out through us. That's why it's playing itself out through us. And it's like, personally, I keep feeling like I keep getting this sense of like, it's gonna be a little dark for me to say this, but just hear me out. Like this sense of impending death. And death is not only physical, but it's also metaphorical. So if I'm getting this I keep getting this feeling of impending death. What if the impending death is my old paradigm of me dying while I'm transforming and transmuting everything I've been through and learned into shifting into this ascended paradigm of myself. So it's just like that sense of impending death is really just my old self clinging on for dear life because it doesn't want to die. It just absolutely does not want to leave me here. It's safe here. You don't have to worry about being seen. You can be yourself in private. You can, like, Brittany, you are a gifted artist on many levels. Why are you hiding that? What makes you want to hide it? And it's not really that I want to hide it. I think for me, I didn't understand the value. I couldn't see my own value. And I've been having these conversations with myself on a daily. Like, something's not clicking. Something's not clicking to the point where I want to, and I desire, like I do desire to move forward. And then I kind of beat myself up about it when I don't, when I feel like I'm not doing anything, when I feel like I'm just kind of like crapping around, not taking action. This painting, I've been working on it for about roughly 3 months, maybe now. And I've been working on her on and off. I'll add something, let her sit. I go chill, do whatever, probably go work, make money. And it's like, that is so the old paradigm of me. And I can't beat myself up about it because it's struggling. Excuse me, my vocabulary. It is fighting every moment to remain that. Like, I smoked weed for years, and lately it's been not enjoyable. Like, it doesn't feel the same. If anything, like I've always felt anxious. Like I used to think that weed was helping my anxiety, helping anxiety for me. And the whole time it hasn't been helping anxiety. It's always been, and it's always given me a sense of anxiousness. But I've been like denying it. Like, no, weed helps me get in the zone. It helps me blah blah blah. It definitely doesn't. And for a while, I thought I had to smoke to be inspired, or smoke to get in my creative zone, to like zone out, and I don't. And I've proved that to myself multiple times. But the old paradigm says, "Oh, but you can just smoke, and that's just gonna help." No, smoking is gonna make me want to go sit my ass on the couch and watch a fucking show or something. Something I never even liked doing. I'm not the type of person who likes TV and shit. But it's almost like the previous version of me has created that to be a thing. Like a holding place, literally. Like a placeholder, rather. I was like, yeah. And so it's like, what for? Like, I'm so not into TV. Like, I don't put a TV in my room. I never have. And even if I have, it was one that either didn't work, or I wouldn't get the additional things to go with the TV. Like I wouldn't put cable in my room. I wouldn't put like where I have access to watch videos and TV and shit. Like YouTube is probably the closest thing to me that like really would get me distracted. But lately it's been like, I want to watch this show, or I get caught up in this show. Bro, you're not even a show person. Why the fuck are we doing that? Why are you doing that? And so it's just like, again, don't get upset with yourself, because that's literally your old paradigm fighting to continue to be. If I'm growing and elevating and focusing on things that actually serve me, I'm not paying attention to that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not even living that life no more. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not just out here chasing the survival. I'm actually focusing on things that are gonna serve me, that are going to make room for me, where running this rat race, constantly chasing what society, and especially this I'm just gonna say country, wants you to believe that you have to do to be successful. You have to chase the dollar. You have to do this. Like, no, I don't. I actually don't have to chase any of that shit. If I focus on what does serve me, the things that I've been gifted, those things are gonna make room for me, because I was gifted them. So why wouldn't, if I give that out, why would it not give back to me? Because there's polarity. It's all one. I give out, it has to give back, right? So even with speaking out on this message, like, it's not even I'm looking for give back, but because I'm being obedient to what I know I have, I'm guided to put out. It will show a return on its investment. My investment in time, energy, and space, and again, obedience is what is going to is my investment. That's my investment, and it has to return, because I chose to hear and do. I really hope this is making sense. It's just so much, so much to take in, and if at no other time is it important for us to follow our hearts and do all the things that we know. And it's like you wait. It's crazy because I was like, if I'm waiting on God's timing, but if you are God, when I say I am God, for me, the universe and God are one and the same, in my opinion. It doesn't matter what you name it. It just absolutely does not matter what you name it. But if you are God reflected back to, like, if I am God in human form, because God plays itself out in all of us, right? If I am God in human form, what is God's timing? If I am God, then it's in my timing, right? And the same for you. Like, I'm not waiting on them. They waiting on me. They waiting on me to, like, really wake up and be like, Brittany, come on, man. Like, I sit on gold mines daily. Right there, that's a gold mine. I am sitting on it, chasing something that I think is supposed to help me stay out of fucking poverty. It's not. If anything, it's probably putting me more in poverty. Like right now, I don't have a full-time job. I lost my job about 2 months ago. This is February, yeah. February 1st. So almost 2 months ago, I lost my job. And, something that it's all me. But I also know it's by design. Like, that it was supposed to happen. So I wasn't sweating it when it happened. I was, let go. Like, if anything, this is saying, get her ass into purpose. Like, put her out of there, because she don't like it no way. Why'd you stand there? I was chasing survival. And so it's like, what if deciding to trust provides for you? What if all these synchronicities and them asking you to trust them? My spirit team is asking me heavily to trust them. What if I listened and actually leaned into it and did it? Oh no. What if I did? Oh crap. I'm over here fighting with pain, y'all. Excuse me. What if I did it? What if I did it? What if I actually leaned further into trusting? And same for you. Like, what if you did it? To me, to me, to me, to me. My bad. What if we did it? What if we took the time to actually trust and do all the things that we've been getting direction, guidance, and synchronicities? And what if we took the time to see what it's about? And don't fret at the results. And when I say the results, like the immediate results, the ones that show up, and bro, paint dries so fast, especially acrylic paint. It be blowing me, bro. Yeah. What if we took the time to trust? Because if you never did it before, how you know how it's gonna turn out? but we let like responsibilities of our lives cloud all of that. And if we let in the responsibility of our lives cloud everything that we are being guided to do, we're never going to do it. So, I mean, I'm going to wrap this message up because I'm pretty sure I could keep going, but it's not necessary. You just gotta just step out on faith, man. Step out on faith. Trust everything that you've been seeing is coming up for you. Support wise, like, I don't know, you want if I could be of any support to you, say it, talk to me. I ain't gonna bite. For real, like here in my city, like I know I'm supposed to be creating community, and I've been like back and forth, like how do I get people's attention? You know, like I don't have to get people's attention because they're gonna show up for me. They're gonna show up for themselves, honestly, but within that, they're just gonna find me. And I think I've said this before. I have it's only like midnight here. I'm tired. Man, I'm not about to lay down. I got shit to do. But yeah. Oh crap. I truly hope that you find what works for you. I hope that you go for it and fight like hell against that old paradigm of yourself. Transform. Show out. Like, show the fuck out, dog. Like, what if it all goes well and you decide to trust the divine? The divine is on your side. They're on your side. They got your back. But you gotta trust it. And for a person like me, trust is it's high up on the list of I'm working on it. And what I also like for me, that's how I was gonna wrap it up. I started talking more. But listen, if I'm saying it, it's God. I got to. Okay. I need some new paintbrushes because the whole head just fell off. I go crazy. But it like trusting for me has been huge because what I realized is that, you know, especially like I say, relationship wise, trust has been rough for me because what I've really noticed is like, you know, you say these things when it comes to like the way you trust in relationships, and you're speaking on patterns of what you've seen in your life in the past, and that's all the only example you've had are patterns from either others, or maybe things that you experienced, but it doesn't mean it always has to be that way. But what I also have noticed is that trust has to start with yourself. And I know you've probably heard that many times, like trust yourself. And it's like, but no, that shit is so real because for real, if you really look at it, like everything begins with you, first of all. But when it comes to trust, do you trust yourself? Like, do you really trust yourself? And when I had to break that down for myself, it was just like trusting myself in ways of let's just say finishing this painting, working on the painting. How much trust do I have in myself to get this done? Not saying it will never get done, but a lot of times I will work on a painting and then I'll get most of the concept out but don't finish it. So I was just like, damn, okay, well, that's one way that I have to look at trust for myself. Let's just say like weight, health goals. I might say like, oh, I want to drop 20 pounds over the next 3 months. I believe 20 pounds over the next 3 months is a doable goal. Even if it had to be 4 months, let's just say 4 months. I want to drop 20 pounds in 4 months. How am I trusting myself to accomplish that? If I look in my previous paradigm, I've said this to myself. There was a goal, and I didn't do it. Can you trust yourself to actually take the time to meet that goal? To take the effort to meet that goal? Or like my business overall. There's a lot of times I'm like, damn, am I ever gonna actually get this done? Like, I know the vision I've been given. I'm a visionary. I know the vision I've been given. I know what I'm called to do. And it's just like, I let things like resources, as in like, let's say financial resources, be something that block me. It's not all about financial resources. This video doesn't cost me shit other than my phone bill. And even if it wasn't my phone bill, like, it's more than likely still get it done. A little Wi-Fi would help you out a lot. It'd take you a long way. Wi-Fi come with your apartment. Why is money a blocker? So it's just like, do I trust myself to carry out my goals? Do I trust myself to just do the simple stuff? To meditate in the morning, to get up and go for a walk. And it's like, I know I've seen myself do that, but then there's this paradigm of me who just kind of laid off and wasn't really doing a lot of that. And it's like, but that paradigm cannot continue. So it's gonna do what? It's gonna fight like hell, like anything else. One of the shows that I was watching, you may know it, Chicago PD. So one of the lead characters on there, his name is Voight, and he's ruthless. Like, he don't give a fuck. And this most recent episode I was watching, he was trying to help save a criminal from dying, because the criminal decided to hop a building and he didn't quite make it. So he was trying to help him, but he also wanted information. It was kind of like trying to strong arm him in a way. Like, listen, if you give me this information, I'm gonna help you. Like, you still going to jail, but I'm gonna help you not die. And so, like, he was literally hanging off of a building in the show, of course. And now the guy didn't kill him, but if I want to look at myself, my old paradigm and myself, if it's something I really want, in a way I gotta kind of strong arm the old paradigm of me. And so it's kind of like, not saying I have to be ruthless, but in a way I have to be a loving ruthless to myself. Like, no, what we're shifting into is so much more important. I'm not saying that I don't know that the old paradigm is not important, but what I am saying is I love you, old paradigm. I appreciate you for even getting me to that point of me, but I gotta go. I have to ascend. I have to elevate myself. I have to transform. I have to for us. This is a we thing. We are just elevating. You, old paradigm, you need the new paradigm of myself. You need that. And so it's like, but can I trust me to do it? So, like, we go around wanting to be in these relationships or whatever, and like, oh, I can't trust, blah, blah, blah. And all we see is things that show us distrust. Well, my nigga, do you, excuse my language, my gal, my boy, whatever, do you trust you? Do you trust you? And for me, I had to answer a hard question and say, no, damn, I can't even trust me. How am I gonna trust somebody else? The trust pattern and the trusting behaviors have to start with me. I can't trust me. How the hell am I gonna be able to trust somebody else? You know, I'm gonna continue to attract people that I can't trust because I don't even trust me. If I'm a reflection of, if everything outside of me is a reflection of me, I can't trust me to do the things for myself to help me move forward in my life. So how the hell can I possibly be able to trust this individual who was put here to show me that I can't trust me? It's wild how the universe communicates these things. Why you can't just talk to me regularly, Bobby? Because they say you only get gentle parenting. You don't understand that. You don't understand gentle parenting. So it's like, I don't understand gentle guidance. Gentle guidance would be like, hey, Britt, let's do this. And if I could just be inspired by that, then, you know, they probably just let me live. But a lot of us as individuals, as beings, don't. Unfortunately, it's like a program. It is a program that we've been taught that we have to kind of be bullied a little bit just to push ourselves forward. And I don't want to live that way, personally. Sometimes we have to learn lessons the hard way. It's pretty much simple as that. Not that we want to, we just it's how the cookie crumbled, baby. And so, gentle parenting or gentle guidance ain't gonna work. Sometimes you gotta learn some stuff the hard way. And like for me, I've been learning. I've had all of these different things start happening, especially with the way I'm making money and things like that, just to piss me off. And it's just like, damn, gotta keep turning up the heat to piss you off just to make you move. And I think I finally decided, not even I think, I've decided like I don't need to learn harder. I've learned hard enough. I just recently had someone projectile spit into my face from the way I've been making money. And I personally say that I don't need to learn any harder than that. I was still showing the universe that that was the way I wanted to learn. Because I kept going. I kept going anyway. When I sit on gold mines daily, like, what are you gifted for if you ain't gonna let your gift work for you? You know what I'm saying? Look how gorgeous. Like, I just sit on my gifts daily. I'm not gifted for no reason. And yet I treat it like it's nothing. I don't want to treat it like it's nothing. I have to understand my own value. And I'm still working on understanding my own value. Still working on it. But by the moment, I'm getting it. I'm getting it, and I'm gonna keep getting it. Anyway, I am wrapping this message up for sure at this point. If you stayed this long, listen, gratitude and go fight for you. Your old paradigm. Sometimes you just gotta bust it in the eye. So, I'm not gonna discourage you not to. Love on it, but let it go. Let it go lovingly. Like, thank you old paradigm, for being here for me. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you. But we got some elevating to do. And I believe in you, because if you hear this long, you listen to all this. That was a whole damn near hour. Thank you. I'm gonna try and cut it down. But gratitude for you hearing this, because you're just hearing this for yourself. I love you. I love you because I love me. I don't even know you, but I love you. And I know you got it.